Dweck's mindset. Another groundbreaking idea on beliefs come along. Mindset is a simple idea discovered by world-renowned Stanford University psychologist Carol Dweck in decades of research on achievement and success. Mindset are beliefs. Beliefs about oneself and one's most basic qualities. People with fixed mindset believe that their traits are just given. They have a certain amount of brains and talents, and nothing can change that. If they have a lot, they are all set. But if they do not, so people in this mindset worry about their traits and how adequate they are. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and talents can be developed through dedication, effort, and learning. They say natural talents only as a starting point and understand that improvement comes from practice and experience. They also believe that individuals can grow and change over time, regardless of their initial abilities or traits. Alam niyo ba na para kay Carol Dweck, sabi niya na mahalaga ang ating mindset o paraan ng pag-iisip dahil nga ito ang nakakaapekto sa ating tagumpay. Kasi tama ang kanyang ideya na hindi lang talento ang dahilan ng tagumpay kundi pati sipag, tiyaga at pag-aaral. Ang mga taong may fixed mindset ay naniniwalang hanggang doon na lang ang kanyang kakayahan. Halimbawa, kapag mahina siya sa math, iisipin niyang hindi na siya gagaling kaya sumusuko agad. Then samantala, ang taong may growth mindset ay naniniwalang pwede ba siyang gumaling basta magsikap at mag-practice. Halimbawa, may estudyanteng mababa ang kanyang marka noong una, pero dahil nag-aaral at nagsanay siya, gumanda rin ang kanyang resulta. Ipinapakita nito na pwedeng umunlad ang tao kung hindi siya susuko. Naisipahayag ni Carol Dweck na ang pagkakamali at hirap ay bahagi ng pagkatuto kapag may tiyaga at tamang pag-iisip. Kasi mas malaki ang change or chance na magtagumpay sa buhay. Mindset frames the running account that's taking place in people's heads. They guide the whole interpretations process. The fixed mindset creates an internal monologue that is focused on judging. This means I'm a loser. This means I'm a better person than they are. This means I'm a bad husband. This means my partner is selfish. Dweck 2006. People with a growth mindset are also constantly monitoring what's going on. But their internal monologue is not about judging themselves and others in this way. Certainly, they're sensitive to positive and negative information, but they're attuned to their implication for learning and constructive actions as reflected in this question. What can I learn from this? How can I improve? How can I help my partner to this better? Ito ay ayon kay Dweck 2006. Ayon kay Carol Dweck, ang mindset ay nakakaapekto sa paraan ng pag-iisip natin tungkol sa sarili at sa ibang tao. Ang taong may fixed mindset ay laging nanghuhusga. Kapag nagkamali siya, iniisip niya agad na mahina ako o wala akong kaya. Minsan, hinuhusgahan din niya ang ibang tao. Samantala, ang taong may growth mindset ay mas positive mag-isip. Kapag may, problema o pagkakamali, iniisip niya kung ano ang pwede niyang matutunan at paano siya mag-improve. Mas maganda ang growth mindset dahil nga, nakakatulong talaga ito para hindi agad sumuko ang tao. Halimbawa, kapag bumagsak ang isang estudyante, sa exam, pwede niyang isipin na hindi pa ako magaling ngayon, pero kaya ko pang gumaling basta mag-aral ako. Dahil dito, 'di ba, mas nagiging motivated siyang magsikap. And ipinapakita lang nito na mahalaga ang tamang pag-iisip. Dahil nga nakakatulong ito para mas maging matatag at mas handang matuto sa buhay. Now, let's move on today. 4 simple tips to begin changing mindset. First one here is learn to hear your fixed mindset, the voice. Second, recognize that you have a choice. Third, talk back to it with a growth mindset voice. Fourth, the last, take the growth mindset action. Sabi nga ayon kay Carol Dweck, may 4 na simpleng paraan para magbago ang ating mindset. Una raw dito ay matutong pakinggan ang negative na boses sa isip natin. Pangalawa, tanggapin na may choice tayong magbago. Pangatlo, palitan ang negative thoughts ng positive at growth mindset na pag-isip. At panghuli ay gumawa ng aksyon para mas gumaling at matuto. Alam niyo ba na itong 4 na simple steps to begin changing mindset ay mahalaga dahil nga minsan tayo mismo ang humihila pababa sa sarili natin, di ba? Alam na, nararanasan natin to dahil sa negative thinking. Halimbawa, kapag mababang score ng isang estudyante sa exam, or for example, ako, mababa yung score ko sa exam, pwedeng magbago, pwede kong isipin na, bubo ako. Pero kung growth mindset ang gagamitin ko, sasabihin ko na kailangan ko ang mag-aral o mag-aral pa para mas gumaling. Diba? Pinapakita ko na hindi dapat sumuko o agad sumuko sa mga pagkakamali. Mas mahalaga na matuto. Matuto tayo rito at patuloy na magsikap para maabot ang ating pangarap or ang ating goals. Now, let's move on to the goal-setting theory. Goal-setting theory is something most people recognize as necessary for their success. By understanding their theory or this theory, students can effectively apply it to the goals they set. The best way to set goals is to look into the pioneering research for Dr. Edwin Locke and another researcher who studied the effect of goal settings in the workplace, Dr. Gary Latham. His result supported exactly what Locke had found, and the inseparable connections between goal settings and place performance. Kasi in 1990, Locke and Latham published their seminal work, The Theory of Goal Settings and Task Performance. They reinforced the need to set specific and difficult goals. Ayon kina Edwin Locke and Gary Latham, sabi nila na alam niyo ba na mahalaga ang goal setting dahil nga nakakatulong ito para maging successful ang isang tao. Ayon sa kanilang pag-aaral, mas maganda kung malinaw at medyo challenging ang goal para mas ganado tayong kumilos at magsikap. Then, mahalaga talaga ang pagkakaroon ng goals, alam niyo ba? Dahil nga nagbibigay ito ng direksyon sa buhay. Kasi nga kapag wala kang goals o wala tayong goal, parang wala rin tayong malinaw na pupuntahan. Halimbawa, ano ba yung pwedeng maging halimbawa rito? Okay, may isang tao na gustong mag-ipon para makabili ng laptop. 'di ba? Imbis na sabihin lang niyang gusto kong mag-ipon, mas mabuti kung gagawa siya ng specific goals tulad ng magtatabi ako ng ₱100 araw-araw hanggang makaipon ako, 'di ba? Dahil nga malinaw ang kanyang goal, mas magiging motivated siya magtipid at magsikap. Tapos kung mapapansin niyo, mas pinapakita nito na mas mahalaga, na mas madaling, maabot ang pangarap kapag mas malinaw tayong magplano at handa tayong maghirap. And now let's move on to the 5 principles of goal setting. To motivate, goals must have, first one here is the clarity. The clear goals are measurable and unambiguous. Where a goal is clear and specific with a definite time set for completion, there is less misunderstanding about what behaviors will be rewarded. Second is the challenge. One of the most important characteristics of goals is the level of challenge. People are often motivated by achievement, and they'll judge a goal based on the uh, significance of the anticipated accomplishment. Third is the commitment. Goals must be understood and agreed upon if they are to be effective. It means that goals should be consistent and in line with previous expectations. The harder the goal, the more commitment is required. The fourth, the feedback. This provides opportunities to clarify expectations, adjust goal, difficulty, and gain recognition. It is important to provide benchmark opportunities or the targets so individuals can determine for themselves how they are doing. Lastly, task complexity. For goals or assignments that are highly complex, take special care to ensure that the work doesn't become too overwhelming. People who work in complicated and demanding rules probably have a high level of motivation already. However, they can push themselves too hard if measures are not built into the goal expectations to account for the complexity of task. It is therefore important to do the following: the give the person sufficient time to meet the goal or improvement performance. Then provide enough time for the person to practice or learn what is expected and required to for success. And the whole idea of goal setting is to facilitate a person's success. It has to be made sure that the surroundings condition inspire and allow people to accomplish their objectives. At upang mas maunawaan, alam niyo ba na ang pangunahing layunin ng layunin ng goal setting ay matulungan ang tao na magtagumpay. Kaya mahalaga na may suporta at tamang kondisyon upang mas madali niyang maabot ang kanyang mga pangarap. Then, alam niyo ba rin na mahalaga ang goal setting kasi nga dahil nagbibigay ito ng direksyon sa buhay ng tao. Then, kapag may malinaw tayong goal, mas nagiging determinado tayong magsikap. Halimbawa, ano ba? May isang tao na gustong matutong tumugtog ng gitara, hindi siya agad magiging magaling. Kaya gumawa siya ng simple, o di ba yung mga teknik na gagawa siya ng simpleng goal tulad ng pag-practice ng 30 minutes every day. Then, di ba sa tulong ng tiyaga, the feedback mula sa kaibigan at sapat na oras na kanyang ininsayo, di ba, unti-unti, kung napapansin niyo, unti-unti siyang gumagaling sa paggigitara hanggang sa natuto siyang tumugtog ng mga kanta. Then, ano din, ipinapakita nito na mas madaling maabot ang pangarap kapag may malinaw na goal, tamang pagsisikap, at pagtsatsaga. Again, ito ay 5 principle of goal setting. First is clarity. Second, challenge. Third, commitment. Fourth, the feedback. And the last is fast complexity.